Unfortunately, we still hear stories outlining how having a disability can be a barrier to meaningful work, career opportunities, but that is certainly not the case for my next guest. Miqhael Cruz was born with amniotic band syndrome. It's a rare condition, but that has not stopped the 18-year-old uni student pursuing both his passion for interior architecture and his determination to give back. Miqhael is about to start his second year of university and still manages to juggle his love of sport, his study, and finds time to volunteer at Good Sammy's. And I'm delighted to say Miqhael is in the studio, and with him, Sonia Nolan, who's the Executive Manager, Impact and Engagement at Good Sammy's. Good afternoon to you both.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Miqhael, if I can start with you, you're at uni, you're studying architectural interior design. Congrats. Have you always had a passion for aesthetics and interiors?
Yeah, I always had a passion for interior design. I did graphic design in high school, and I used to watch a lot of videos of places in houses being refurbished, and that got me through choosing interior design.
And you're doing it at Curtin, which I understand is it's a very good degree. So again, congrats.
Yeah.
You also play quite a bit of sport. What do you love?
I like playing soccer.
You pretty good?
Yeah, decent. Yeah.
You got some skills.
Yeah.
Good footwork. You started volunteering at Good Sammy's recently. Why did you want to do that? I mean, you're already busy. You're 18. You've got a social life. You play sport. You're studying at uni. Why did you want to volunteer?
I wanted paid job to get a side income, and I wasn't finding any paid job. So my mom recommended me work as a volunteer as a receptionist. And through that, I learned to improve my social skills and my confidence, and also meet new people.
Was it a challenge initially, or was it just, exciting and you took it in your stride?
It was also exciting and a bit challenging because I wasn't really social at the start, but after a few days, I started to get more into the work.
So it was quite a welcoming environment.
Yes.
People made you feel at home.
Yeah.
How important was that to be able to go into a workplace?
It feels important as it gives you more confidence to be yourself and to do better in your work.
How long have you been doing the work at Good Sammy's?
2 months, almost 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
What have you learned?
I've learned to prioritize which tasks are more important and to balance them, and also to socialize with people and make them feel included.
You were born with, it's quite a rare condition. It's called amniotic band syndrome. Miqhael, can you give us a sense of how that impacts your day-to-day life?
It hasn't impacted me a lot, and I get through most of my daily tasks without needing help. But small tasks, I need a bit of help. But other than that, I'm a capable
What
person.
can you tell us about amniotic band syndrome? Because it's probably not a condition people are that familiar with.
It's when you're born in your mom's womb, the water bag breaks and water bands wrap around your body and it crushes your bones and you have to get rid of it.
And so how has that impacted you then?
It hasn't impacted me a lot, only when it comes to small tasks like tying my shoelace or lifting heavy objects. But other than that, I think I'm very capable in doing most tasks by myself.
You've already expressed very clearly how capable you are with everything that you're involved in. I'm talking to Miqhael Cruz, who's 18. He's at university, loves sport, and is also working at Good Sammy's. In the studio with Miqhael is Sonia Nolan, who's the Executive Manager of Impact and Engagement at Good Sammy's. Sonia, why is it a focus at Good Sammy's to ensure you've got an inclusive, accessible workplace?
Oh, it's really important, Jo. And I want to start by saying that accessibility and inclusion is actually good for everybody, not just Good Sammy. At Good Sammy, our mission is about disability employment, and about 50% of our people are people with a disability. So for us, inclusion and accessibility is super, super important. But the changes that we've made through a recent building opportunity that with a wonderful grant from Lottery West is that we've been able to have more more inclusive toilets or accessible toilets. So that's a really important part of an inclusive workplace. We also have braille on all our wayfinding for people, who have some sort of sight impairment. We also have our canteen area has been totally replenished, and things like, we've got tables that go down. So if you need to access a microwave in a wheelchair, you actually can access it a little bit more easily. We've got our reception desk, which is where Miqhael works. That's also quite a low desk, and again, very accessible for anyone who comes through the door and has the good fortune of meeting Miqhael at our reception area. We've got tracks, so in regards to different types of patterns and textured walkways as well. So again, you can actually see where you'll feel where you are. So it's really touching on all the senses because, again, accessibility is really important for everybody.
And you don't know what you don't know. It's
Correct.
only when you have a workforce, people living with disability, that I guess your eyes are open to what needs to change.
Most definitely. And what we've done in all of our upgrades is we've been talking to people with lived experience, which is just so important. We have a lived experience and happiness advisory committee at Good Sammy, which is our consumer reference group. And they were very, very instrumental in ensuring that, we got it right.
Now, Miqhael is not going to sing his own praises. Nobody wants to do that. So, Sonia, tell us what Miqhael's been doing at Good Sammy.
Look, I can definitely help with that. No problems at all.
Toot his horn.
I will. It's been a real joy having Miqhael with us at Good Sammy, and he is unique because he is a young volunteer and really, really special. He's really added a great difference to our reception area, greeting everybody, and I just loved just what he's just said about what the skills he's learned. But from our point of view as well, we are so grateful to have people at all life cycles of their careers, and I do think that's something really special about volunteering is that there's a real life cycle and heartbeat about volunteering. And someone like Miqhael, who's coming in really early in their career to learn those skills, that sense of belonging, that connection with others, things that you wouldn't actually know about the workplace. When you're in it, that's when you learn. You've got to be in it to understand. And then there's this beautiful reciprocity about volunteering, that at the end of a career or, towards the end, you can actually then, be giving that wisdom, those skills, that expertise. So, volunteering is just so special. And, just the things that Miqhael has brought to us has been so fantastic. I just walk past, he's always happy. He's always happy to do anything we ask him to do from an administrative point of view or greeting guests to Good Sammy. So, he's added enormous value and we're just so grateful.
Miqhael, your condition means that you've got one arm that essentially ends just below the elbow. Jump in if I'm not describing this correctly. And then your other arm, you have got 4 fingers impacted. So your thumb and then four fingers are, how would you describe it?
Like shaped differently. I don't know what else.
Yeah, they are shaped differently. It's almost as if just because radio, not the most visual of mediums, I'll try and describe it, sort of, they finish almost at the knuckle, don't they?
Yeah.
So things like using a keyboard, using a mouse, you're at a reception desk. Sonia, jump in if you like. How do you modify that kind of equipment and tech so that Miqhael can use it all?
I don't really modify anything because I can use the mouse and the keypad normally. It's just that typing is a bit slow for me.
Oh, I think typing's slow for a lot of people. One finger typing even, I'll put my hand up. But is that something you have to bring into your thinking?
Look, I think that I think what Miqhael is showing us is that even having some sort of disability doesn't stop you from doing what you want to do. If you set your mind to it and you're keen and people give you an opportunity, I think that's the other side of it. People giving you an opportunity to showcase your talents and your abilities, which is what we're about at Good Sammy. But there is that important question where you can ask people, is there anything we can do in the workplace to actually make it easier for you to do your work and to showcase your talents? So, that's something that we would really love to encourage others to be asking that question, because it shouldn't stop you. But the tiniest of modifications can make a big difference to someone's workplace.
And have they asked you?
At the start when I went in, I've always used it, so I didn't really need to ask them for any modifications.
So you find it a very, very accessible workplace.
Yes.
Now, Miqhael, not only are you doing this work with Good Sammy, but you have got an internship with an interior architectural design firm, MKDC. I mean, you are really grabbing life and taking every opportunity. What have you been doing there?
I've been learning how the interior design firm works and how they juggle between tasks and how the daily life is as an interior designer.
And you're enjoying it?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
And what about their offices as a workplace?
Their offices as a workplace is also very inclusive and very accessible to people, and I've enjoyed it a lot.
Actually, that's one of the benefits of being in a workplace, even as a volunteer, is that you see opportunities that you wouldn't otherwise be privy to anywhere else. And so with Miqhael coming in to us at Good Sammy, we've just had this great building upgrade, which I mentioned, and MKDC were our designers and just so awesome. And when we told them about Miqhael, we were able to find a match. And that's one of the things that we do at Good Sammy is that jobs and pathways for people with disability. And so Miqhael coming in, being part of our workplace, and then having that match with MKDC where they were very open. Again, it comes back to giving the opportunity open to be able to offer something is fantastic.
And Miqhael, probably you weren't expecting to be able to go and do this internship when you were working at Good Sammy.
No, I didn't expect it. Yeah, and I'm very thankful for Good Sammy for offering this internship and MKDC as well.
Oh, well, thank you so much for coming in and sharing your experience. Sonia, before you go, we often talk about volunteer numbers and a lot of people are time poor. Is that something you're seeing?
Look, we're so grateful to our volunteers and the fact that they choose to come to volunteer with us at Good Sammy. We have about 200 volunteers and lots of different opportunities for them to work with us. I don't know that we're not seeing enough volunteers yet because we do get lots of people applying, but we always need more volunteers. I mean, it's everyone saying the same thing, aren't they? But the opportunities in for-purpose organisations to be involved is really important. At Good Sammy, we see our volunteers in retail, we have them in the canteen, we have them in the warehouse doing logistics and resource recovery, and we have them, in our reception, like Miqhael. So there's lots of opportunities of volunteers. And look, yes, we would love to see more younger volunteers. We'd love to see people who've retired, who want to share their wisdom. We'd love to see corporate volunteers. I think that's also a missed conversation, is that corporate volunteers come and spend a day with us behind the scenes at Good Sammy and have an enormous amount of impact in just even a day. So volunteering can look very different.
Depending on the time you've got available, your skill set. We should also give a shout out to your mum, Miqhael, because I think she was fairly instrumental in getting you in the door in the first place.
Yeah.
Good on her.
Yeah.
Yes, a big shout out to Tina.
Thank you both so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joe.